Hey everyone, welcome to another video, and this time it is pre-release weekend, which I was unfortunately unable to play because I live at work. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to afford to buy things. So, but my LGS is, you know, letting people buy it, of course, because they understand not everyone can show up and COVID and all that stuff, and I don't care if YouTube demonetizes me because I'm not monetized anyway. Don't put ads on my shit. I don't want you making money off of me if you won't even let me have a chance of making money. Because I was monetized at one point. That's the reason why I'm annoyed about that. But anyway, it don't matter because we're here for Magic the Gathering. Not for me to complain about YouTube. Well, I guess you could be here for Dungeons and Dragons too. Don't get me wrong. I want to pull Dreadstone Erden. Sorry, I looked it up and I'm like excited for that. Which I mean, I do have a second kit. I'll open them both. Well, maybe I will, but probably not because of how long it takes me to go through these. Because I'm reading every card. Why? All I know is Dritz is in it. I know Spider Queen Lost is in it, and Bruner Battlehammer because I looked up to see if there's Dritz, and Bruner popped up as well. So we just gonna start playing. There's Dritz and Gwyn. I can't say that name. Okay, Gwynhithar. I don't. Do you say the H? I don't know. Okay, just stay there. There's the box. It has little scales. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who they are. Box, box, box. Let's see. Does it say what comes in it? Because I'm nosy. 6 draft boosters, 1 traditional full rare or mythic with a full stamp, 3 traditional full dungeon tokens. Oh, they're tokens. Someone said 1d20 and 1 Magic the Gathering Arena code. Someone said include a deck box, and I'm assuming they're this place, the place that considers that is calling this a deck box. This is not a deck box. So, I do like the things that come with those really shitty cardboard boxes, like that you fold out in their deck box, but they're really shitty. But I like them because, it's me. It's me we're talking about here. Come here. Come here. I want to show you all the D20 first. That one doesn't do the multicolored ones more often, like, the blue to orange that like Chessex does and stuff. There's our little logo. I don't know what the fuck that is. But okay. I don't play D&D, so it might have something to do with that. Or maybe not. Who knows? Not time, my dear sir. So, let's read our little intro here. Poor little goldfish. I bet that's too small of a token of a bowl for it. I feel sorry for it. So, we got Xanathar's Guide to Dungeons. Adventures in the Forgotten Realms introduces a brand new mechanic, dungeons. Before you delve deeper, venture forth into the short explanation and become a master adventurer. Anyway, if you aren't in a dungeon and you venture into a dungeon, choose one of the dungeons and go into the first room, triggering its ability. Each time you venture thereafter, move down into a room connected to your current room by an arrow and trigger that room's ability. If there are multiple rooms connected, choose which one you will go to. When you enter the bottommost room, you get its ability. You then exit the dungeon, the completed dungeon. If you're in a dungeon and you can't enter another dungeon until you complete the one you are currently in. And that says how to build a deck on the back. No one cares about that because I'm not a pre-release. That's my method. I'm not a pre-release, so okay. I will show the code later because I want y'all to stay to the end if you want the code. Thank you. Which I guess you could just skip, but maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'll show it before then. We got the Atropal, Death Touch token, God Horror thing. It's shiny. On the back is the Tomb of Annihilation, trapped entry. Yeah. Here you go. You can just look at that. So, yeah. Oh, okay. So the final tomb room creates this, but do only you go in the dungeon, or do both of you go in the dungeon? That's what I'm confused about, I think. Which maybe the card explains it. We got Skeleton Boy here. Pretty cool. Lost Mine of Fandelver. Hey, Dumathine. I remember that name from something. You know, obviously you can pause it if you want to read it, but and then we got the Goblin token. Huh. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. See, this one I think could have a really good book attached to it. Will they have a really good book attached to it? It's Wizards, you never know. Here's the little divider that came with it. It looks pretty cool to me. You know. And then we're to the part that most of y'all probably want. The boosters. Let me find a trash bag for this because you know, it's always gonna cause a lot of garbage. We know it. We all know it. Here, garbage bag, come here. Excuse me. I had to. I know. I'm disgusting. You need to say no more. Okay, we got us a garbage bag. So let's start this. Okay, these are obvious. Kind of wish you could get collectors versus draft, but pre-release is essentially draft, except for you don't pass the cards around. I mean, I guess you could see it that way. Will we get anything? No, I bet everything that's good is in the other pre-release kit because I'm not filming it. Yeah, boy. First card is Earth Cult Elemental. Costs 2 mountains and 4. It's Siege Monster. When Earth Cult Elemental enters the battlefield, roll a d20. 1 to 3. Oh god, it's playing off of D&D too much already. But oh well. 1 through 9, each player sacrifices a permanent. 10 to 19. Each opponent sacrifices a permanent. 20. Each opponent sacrifices 2 permanents. I'll say 1 through 9, both of you do. 10 through 19, everyone else does. So, I mean, this could be really good. This could be good in Commander. You know, because, I mean, it does have a high mana cost, but I'm thinking Commander only because, like, my LGS has mentioned that Commander is their thing now. Because, like, Standard is dead there. So, but Commander is a recognized format, so they can do that for Friday Night Magic. The next one's Spiked Pit Trap. It costs 1. It has flash. Pay 5. Tap it. Sacrifice Spiked Pit Trap. Choose a target creature, then roll a d20. Are all these going to be roll a d20? Because, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm just asking because that means there shouldn't be as many reprints, which would be fun. 1 through 9. Spiked Pit Trap deals 5 damage to that creature. 10 through 20. It deals 5 damage to that creature. Create a treasure token. I don't get that. The next card is Dawnbringer Clarion. And when it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Cure wounds, dispel magic, destroy target enchantment, gentle repose, exile target card from a graveyard. And it's a 1/3. See, that one I like a little bit more on how it plays on Dungeons and Dragons because I'm sorry. I'm not stickler for rules to that rolling die thing. I'm just like, But, I mean, just make sure you have it out. I'd like to say, it says roll a d20. It doesn't say what kind of d20. Can I roll a spin down? Or does it have to be randomized? I don't see anything stating that. There's probably something in the rules about it, but yeah. We got Sylvan Shepherd. It costs Forest and 2. It has vigilance, and when it attacks, roll a d20. 1 through 9, gain 1 life. 10 to 19, you gain 2 life. Or 20, you gain 5. And it's a 2-3. That'd be nice with Lifelink because you're guaranteed 3 life. That'd be awesome. Our next card is Secret Door, which costs an island. It has Defender, Island, and 4 venture into a dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery, which is enter the first room or advance to the next room. Oh, I don't like that. Because you would have to pay 5 every turn just to go through a dungeon. But like, which dungeon? Is it just whatever dungeon you want? So I don't get that. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe there's rules I don't know about. Next card is Swarming Goblins, costs Mountain and 4, and when it enters the battlefield, roll a d20. 1 through 9, create a 1-run red goblin creature token. 10 through 19, create 2. 20, create 3. I mean, that could be a nightmare eventually, because I mean, imagine if you rolled a 20, and you had 4 of these. That's 12. That's 12 1 red goblin creature tokens to annoy people with. And it's a 4-3. That would be kind of fun, actually. We've got Devour Intellect, which costs a swamp. Target opponent discards a card. If mana from a treasure, okay, that explains why, was spent to cast this spell, instead that player reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it. Then that player discards that card. That's, you know. Then we got Find the Path, which costs Forest 2. Enchant land. When Find the Path enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Enchanted land has tap. Add 2 forest. I don't understand this next card, but y'all are going to see it anyway. And I love how my mother, I don't know if you can hear that stuff in the background. That's a person that lives with me. With their stuff loud enough for the entire house to probably hear. And I don't have a door to my room, so I can't do anything about it. Next card is Manticore, costs Swamp and 3, has Flash, Flying, and Tail Spikes. When Manticore enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn, and it's a 2-1. You know, I really need a headset for this computer. I don't have one. I have one for my PS4, which I could, in theory, use. But I'd rather have one specifically for this so I don't have to be unplugging, replugging up, you know, and all that shit. Our next card is Null Hunter, costs Forest and 1. Pack Tactics. Whenever Null Hunter attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Null Hunter. And it is a 2-2. That's nice. I like that. The next card is Wild Shape. It costs Forest. Choose 1. Until end of turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness, becomes that creature type, and gains that ability. 1-3 Turtle with Hexproof, 1-5 Spider with Reach, or 3-3 Elephant with Trample. That's nice. I like all these new cards. Next card is Reaper's Talisman, which causes a swamp. Whenever equipped creature attacks, it gains Death Touch until end of turn. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Equip 2. That's nice. I do like that. That would have been good in pre-release. Too bad I didn't get to play it. You find some prisoners. Cost Mountain and 1. Choose 1. Break their chains. Destroy target artifact. Interrogate them. Exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. Choose 1 of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. Like, some of these would have been really good in pre-release. Then we got, for our rare Treasure Vault, it is an artifact land. You can tap it to add colorless. Yeah, it's colorless, right? Versus generic, right? Like, whatever. 2 X's, tap, sacrifice Treasure Vault, create that many treasure tokens. What? I like this. Look, for our mana, Mountain card, it says You venture deep into the heart of the mountain to determine what can calm its quaking rage. Like that. I like that. Then for a token, we have a non-shiny version of one of the dungeons. So now, yeah, those are definitely going to go in my binder then. Not because they're worth anything, but because I like foils and I put them in binders. Do not question me, please and thank. Because nothing good's going to come out of it. Wait, let me see something. Yeah, I'll check it later. Or the fact that I bite into the cards. Okay, leather armor, cost 1. Equipped creature gets +0/+1 and has ward 1. Whenever equipped creature becomes target of spell or ability opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 1. Equip is 0, activate only once each turn. I like, see, because that would have been nice in pre-release too, because it's cheap. You know? Which I'm hoping to get a Dritz. I really am. I know I'm not going to, but I want to. We got Arcane Investigator, costs Island and 1. Search the room, Island and 5, roll a d20. 1 through 9 is draw a card. 10 through 20. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And it's a 2/1. Sometimes you'd rather have a 1 through 9 though. You come to the Null camp. Cost Mountain and 1. Choose 1. Intimidate them. Up to 2 target creatures can't block this turn or fend them off. Target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn. Like, I like this, but I feel like I don't know. But I guess if someone wants to get new into Dungeons and Dragons, they could use this to create a campaign. That would be kind of cool, I guess. Sorry, I'm thirst. So thirst. We got Herald of Hadar. I don't know who Hadar is, but okay. Swamp and 4. It has Circle of Death. Pay 5 in a swamp. Roll a d20. 1 through 9. Each opponent loses 2 life. 10 through 19. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. 20. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Create 2 treasure tokens. And it's a 4/4. See, because this set is going to have stuff you really want to get off the battlefield quickly. Like, so it'd be people. Bulls of the Hunt, Forest and 2. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each mana from a treasure that was spent to cast this spell. When that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent. Sorry, my brain was like, what are words? Which, I agree with it. What are words? Then we got Delver's Torch, costs planes and 1. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature attacks, venture into the dungeon. Enter the first room or advance to the next. Equip 3. Not all of us have dark vision, okay? You're not wrong, honey. You're not wrong. See, like, I decided I'd only do one of these kits on stream because look at the time already. No one wants to be here for 2 hours. Not even me. Shocking Grasp, Island and 1. Target creature gets -2, -0 until end of turn. Draw a card. I would like to tell Wizards if -0 is not a thing. Neither is +0, but -0 bothers me more for some reason. Anyway, thought I'd bring that up. We got Manticore. Cost Swamp and 3, Flash, Flying, and Tail Spikes. Have I already read this? Or did I read... Yeah, I already read this. So here you go. Just stare at it for a moment. We got another Null Hunter. See, look, I remembered one at least. We got Arborea Pegasus, I guess. It costs planes and 3. It has flying, and when it enters the The target creature gets +1/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. And it's a 2/3. 4-deck incoming, you know. And that's our last common, I guess. This is our first uncommon of this pack. Ingenius Smith, it costs planes and 1. When Ingenius Smith enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Ingenius Smith. This ability triggers only once each turn. And it's a 1/1. So that's nice. Next card is Hunter's Mark. It costs Forest and 3. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a blue permanent you don't control. The spell can't be countered. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. I hear Jace getting hurt here. I don't know about you, but sounds like a Jace hurting thing here. Is there a Jace in this? I don't know. I know literally nothing. I'm sorry. I know that was annoying, but Magic Missile. I want to cast Magic Missile. Why are you casting Magic Missile? I'm attacking the darkness. Why did I think it? Anyway. 2 mountains and 1. It can't be countered. Magic Missile deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. A tried and true favorite of many wizards, whatever their school. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Then we got Meteor Swarm for a rare. It costs 3 mountains and X. It deals 8 damage divided as you choose among X target creatures and or planeswalkers. Take out a big thing with it, or many small things, depending on how much you pay. We got Force, which says, as monsters from the Underdark rampage across the world above, you've delved deep underground to determine what has driven them upward. I like these lands. And then we got Tomb of Annihilation again with the Atropal or whatever he's called. So yay. So here is pack 3. Just gonna eat the paper. That's gonna guarantee it opens. Right? That's good. I'm kind of disappointed in the pack art though, because they're all literally, well, I mean, it's all just Driss and Gwenhevar. Because normally they have some variation, which I mean, I know that's Forgotten Realms. But come on, Brunner Battlehammer exists too. What about Wolfgar? I don't know if he's in this. I know Brunor is though. So why can't we alternate a little? Anyway, we got Thieves' Tools, cost Swamp and 1, and when it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Equipped creature can't be blocked as long as its power is 3 or less. Equip 2. I kind of like that. That would have been good in pre-release. Now, would I win? Probably not. We got Kick in the Door that costs a mountain. Put a +1/+1 target counter on target creature. That creature gains haste until a turn and can't be blocked by walls this turn. Venture into the dungeon. Hey, Baldur's Gate's mentioned. We tried your way. Now we do it my way. Jim, I think that's a J. I don't know. Barbarian of Baldur's Gate. Man, I know there's a new Baldur's Gate out. I don't know if it's called Baldur's Gate, but like it's a spiritual successor type thing. But it's only PC, so keep like. We got Bull Strength, costs Force and 1. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. Untap it. Our next card is Veteran Dungeoneer. Costs planes and 3, and when it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. It's a 3/4. I mean, really, I can see a lot of people using this in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. For those who like, you know, want more visual aids, it'd be nice. I mean, really. We got Shortcut Seeker. It costs Island and 3. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon, and it's a 2/5. That one's not bad. I mean, it does cost 4, but it has 5 defense. I mean, what else can you ask for? I mean, I know it's technically toughness, but it's defense. Okay, we got Faraday's Fireball. It costs 2 mountains and 3. It deals 5 damage to a target creature or planeswalker. Roll a d20. 1 through 9, it deals 2 damage to each player. 10 to 20, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Which, I mean, like, this type of stuff would be better in Commander than, say, pre-release. Unless you've got treasures. Then, if you can easily get a bunch of treasures, it would be good in anything, really, I guess. There's probably something better. We got Devour Intellect again, I believe. Here you go. This next card is weird. I like it. Owlbear. It costs 2 force and 3. It has trample. It can king senses. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Many people believe a misguided wizard created the first owlbear. Others insist that these creatures have always dwelled in the Feywild. And it's a 4/4. My question is, if a wizard created the first one, how did it multiply? I would like to know. If there's only one, how did it breed? Please tell me. I don't know. I'm not going any further. You hear something on watch. Cost planes and 1. Choose 1. Rouse the party. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Set off traps. This spell deals 5 damage to target attacking creature. I mean, none of this stuff's bad, but like, I think they were trying to drag more Dungeons and Dragons people over to Magic than Magic people to Dungeons and Dragons. Which is fine. I mean, long as that was their plan to begin with. We got Pixie Guide, which of course maybe I'm too country and, well, I'm not country, but like, I'm not cultured. Anyway, I don't care. I mean, I like things, so it just probably isn't going to be my favorite set. It's just I like certain characters due to playing like Neverwinter and reading a lot of R.A. Salvatore. You know how confusing it is when you get a free book on Kindle and it's an R.A. Salvatore, and like, you knew Cadibri and Wolfgar were getting together in the last book you read. This book's way farther down the line and you didn't realize that, and somehow Cadibri and Dritz are together and you're so confused. And then you start Googling and you're like, Second Life? Anyway, we got Pixie Guide, costs Island and 1. It has flying and grant an advantage. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice +1 and ignore the lowest roll. It's a 1/3. That's not bad. I like that one too. Very nice. Very nice. Very thirst. No one knows. I'm sorry. I don't want to get the cards wet from the cup, okay? So I'm just like, wipe my hands off on everything. Then we got, for uncommon, Rust Monster costs Mountain and 2. First strike, sacrifice an artifact. Rust Monster gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And it's a 2/1. Cards. So many cards. We've got Lurking Roper. He costs Forest and 2. Lurking Roper doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you gain life, untap Lurking Roper. Anyway, it's a 4/5. See, I don't understand why some of these cards are the way they are. Like this next one. Not that I'm complaining because it looks interesting, but I don't understand it. Maybe I'm stupid. But Iron Golem costs 4, and it has vigilance and attacks or blocks each combat if able. And it's a 5/3. Like, I don't understand why it's colored like this. I mean, I'm assuming it's a new thing for the set. but I don't understand it. Our rare is Flump. And it's a jellyfish, apparently. It costs planes and 1. It has Defender and Flying. Ooh. It's a wow. Whenever it's dealt damage, you and target opponent each draw a card. Flumps siphon thoughts and energy from evil aberrations, and are often eager to share the dark knowledge they obtain with friendly adventurers. You know what? You can keep that shit, and it's a 0/4. That's my action. Keep that shit. Keep that shit. We got another mountain. And we've got a legendary token creature, Gwynhevar. I have no idea if I say that at all. Oh, mtgstory.com. Is it read it now? Because I know for a while they were charging. So, whee! 4th pack. Let's go! Just gonna eat the card over here. It'll be fine. Kicking the door again. So much excite. Same card. We got +2 mace. Anyway, cost planes and a 1. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Equip 3. We've got, I was about to read that incorrectly. Mordenkainen's Polymorph. It costs Island and 1. Till end of turn, target creature becomes a dragon with base power and toughness 4/4 and gains flying. It loses all other creature types. Or maybe that's the word I was thinking of, except for I didn't really. Mordecai's? No, it's a different one. Okay. Here you go. I see a weird card in this pack, and I'm just going to glance at it really quick. Oh, it's a different art style, which is weird, but I will take it. I will take that. I'll show it to y'all when I get to it. You got Hobgoblin Captain, costs Mountain and 1. It has pack tactics whenever it attacks. If you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, Hobgoblin Captain gains first strike until end of turn. And he's a 3/1. Sepulchre Goal costs Swamp and 1. It sacrifices another creature. It gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. And it's a 2/1, so it can become a 4/3. Ain't bad. Ain't bad. We got Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Costs 2 forest and 4. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life, and it's a 7/6. We've got Devoted Paladin, which is plains and 4. Beacon of Hope. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. And it's a 4/4, and it doesn't say other creatures you control. It says creatures, so it gets the +1/+1. It just can't attack because it doesn't have haste unless you do something to make it have haste. But that's still nice. This is the special card. It says Evolving Wilds. It says Dungeon Module C7. An adventure for characters levels 1 through 4. Obviously, it's tap, sacrifice, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. See, I like that. I wasn't expecting that, so I was like, what is this? What is this? But I like it. We got Priest of Ancient Lore, cost planes and 2. When Priest of Ancient Lore enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card, and it's a 2/1. I really want Drizzt. It's a Drizzt. For our first uncommon, I think. Yeah. We got Intrepid Outlander. It costs forest and 1. Reach, pack tactics. It ventures into a dungeon. If you, all that. Surely by now you halfway. Remember, if not, feel free to pause and read it, because I'm getting really tired saying that over and over and over. Sorry. We got Rally Maneuver, costs planes and 2. Target creature gets +2/+0. Which, I mean, I guess that understands why they put -0, but how about just, I don't know. And gains first strike until end of turn. Up to one other target creature gets +0/+2. And gains lifelink until end of turn. I love lifelink. Have I mentioned that lately? I really love lifelink. Lifelink is one of my favorite abilities. Split the party. It costs 2 islands and 3. Choose target player. Return half the creatures they control to their owner's hand. Round it up. Don't. I mean, I agree with that. Don't split the party. It's not good. It's never good. It's never good. Then we got, for a rare, Delina, I guess, Wild Mage. Costs Mountain 3. It's legendary. Whenever it attacks, choose target creature you control and then roll a d20. 1 through 14. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that creature, except it's not legendary, and it has exile this creature at the end of combat. 15 through 20. Create one of these tokens. Roll again. And it's a 3/2. That's kind of cool looking. I like it. And then we have a shiny Underdark Basilisk, which is cost a forest and 1. It has Death Touch. Oh, see how the statues all have chunks bitten out of them? We're dealing with a Basilisk, or I'm a frog him off. Okay. And it's a 1/2. We've got planes that says searching for a vanished caravan that was bound for Silvery Moon. You've come to a bank of mysterious fog. Get away from it. I don't even know what that fog is. Get away from it. It's never good. And we've got a spider for a token, which is menace and reach. I mean, what can I say? Let me throw some paper away before it ends up going everywhere. Just gotta eat this paper. Tasty booster pack. Anyway, I've done that. We got Paladin Shield, costs planes of 1, flash. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature control. Creature gets +0/+2, equip a 3. I like these cards that just say, hey, I come to the battlefield equipped, deal with it. We've got Spare Dagger that costs 1. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice Spare Dagger. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage to any target. Equip 1. Does that include players? I assume it does. We've got Scion of Stygia, or Stygia, I don't know, Styx, I'm going with Styx. Costs Island and 2. Flash, Cone of Cold. When Scion of Stygia enters, I hope I'm saying that right, I'm probably not. Enters the battlefield, choose target creature an opponent controls, then roll a d20. 1 through 9, tap that creature. 10 through 20, tap that creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. And it's a 2/1. I think I played a Tiefling, whatever, in Neverwinter. And I think it was a wizard. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, though. We got Dragon's Fire, costs Mountain and 1. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand or choose a dragon you control. Dragon's Fire deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you revealed a dragon card or chose a dragon as you cast the spell, Dragon's Fire deals damage equal to the power of that card or creature instead. We've got Feign Death. It costs a swamp until end of turn. Target creature gains when this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. That's nice. Get one of your creatures back and stronger. Very nice. Then we've got Inspiring Bard. It costs forest and 3. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Bardic Inspiration. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Or Song of Rest. You gain 3 life. And it's a 3/3. Then we've got Dwarf Hold Champion, costs planes and 1. As long as it is equipped, it gets +0/+2, and it's a 3/1 otherwise. And then we've got Orbery Pegasus again. I mean, I like it still, so. We've got Zombie Ogre, which costs 2 swamps and a 3. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, venture into the dungeon, and it's a 3/5. This next card makes me think of my friend who's talking about a very, very special type of mimic he could have in a campaign. And it is Mimic. It costs 2. It's an artifact treasure. Tap, sacrifice Mimic, add 1 mana of any color. Pay 2. Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. That's nice. I like that. Our first uncommon is Choose Your Weapon. Costs 4 and 2. Choose 1. 2 weapon fighting. Double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Or archery. This spell deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. The next card is Trickster's Talisman. It costs an island. Invoke Duplicity. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. You may sacrifice Trickster's Talisman. If you do, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Equip is 2. Oh, this next card is like my nightmare come to life, I think. It's a Drider! And it costs Swamp and 4. It has reach, and when it deals combat damage to a player, create a 2/1 black spider creature token with menace and reach. That's a 4/3. And the words. The words at the bottom. Can't remember the words for that. Though their forms embody lost image, Driders are those unfortunate drow who have failed the Spider Queen. She's coming for you. Yeah, Driders are horrifying, just so everyone knows. For our rare, we got Varus, Silvery Moon Ranger. It costs 2 force and 1. It has reach and ward of 1. Whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, venture into this dungeon. This ability triggers only once each turn. Whenever you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, and he's a 3/3. Yeah, dude. Already forgot what ward does. Oh, yeah, that means they pay 1 or their shit's countered. We got an island that says, after careful study, you've determined that the giant runes serve to track the movement of the planets, and they will soon align once more. Dun, dun, dun. And Dungeon of the Bad Mage again with the Goblin. Oh no, there's only 1 pack left, and no Drizzt. Why would you do this to me, Magic? I just want a Drizzt. He's not even worth anything. Like, I looked him up. He's worth like $3 max. I want some Drizzts, okay? We got Spare Dagger again. We got Vampire Spawn. Cost Swamp and 2. When Vampire Spawn enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So, and it's 2/3. Then we have Ranger's Longbow, costs force and 1. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has reach. Equip a 3. I don't think I've read this one. You're ambushed on the road, costs 1 planes. Choose 1. Make a retreat. Return target creature you control to its owner's hand. Or stand and fight. Target creature gets +1/+3 until end of turn. I like the art on the next one. So I like the eyebow. Contact other plane. Costs island and 3. Roll a d20. 1 through 9, draw 2 cards. 10 through 19, scry 2, then draw 2. 20, scry 3, then draw 3 cards. I do like that eyeball. I always feel like Somebody's watching me. Yeah, no, it was horrible. I'm sorry. Next card is Dueling Rapier. Costs Mountain, and it has Flash, and when it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equip creature gets +2/+0, equip of 4. That is a high equip, though. We got Horde Robber. It costs Swamp and 1. Whenever it deals damage, combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Next card is Charmed Sleep. Costs 2 island and 1. Enchant creature. When Charmed Sleep enters the battlefield, tapped enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. I like how I'm not getting too many duplicates, in my opinion at least. You hear something on the watch again? I might have been lying because this one's a duplicate and so is the next one. Owlbear. The next one is Hulking Bugbear for our uncommon. And it's 2 mountains and 1. It has, and it's a 3/3. We've got, for another uncommon, Loathsome Troll. Costs 2 forest and 3. Pay forest and 3, roll a d20, activate only if Loathsome Troll is in your graveyard, though. 1 through 9, put Loathsome Troll on top of your library. 10 through 19, return Loathsome Troll to your hand. Or 20, return Loathsome Troll to the battlefield tap, and he's a 6/2. I mean, at least he gives you ways to get him back if you really want him. And we got Faraday, Devil's Chosen. Costs Mountain, Island, and 2. Dark One's Own Luck. Whenever you roll 1 or more die, Faraday, Devil's Chosen gains Flying and Menace until end of turn. If any of those results was 10 or higher, draw a card. A pact is a tool, not a damnation. And it's a 3/3. Yeah, I like that art. Seriously. It's very nice. And then we've got for our Wizard Spellbook, costs 2 islands and 5. Tap it, exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard. From A, not necessarily. You know what? New Runner would be hilarious. This is the type of shit I think about. Imagine if there are other games going on and you could exile target instant or sorcery from theirs. It doesn't say from this game, which we all know if you like check the rules. It'd say it would note on this card, we mean from your game. If someone tried to pull it up. Okay, 1 through 9. Copy that card, you may cast the copy. 10 through 19, copy that card, you may cast the copy by paying 1 rather than paying its mana cost. 20, copy each card exiled with Wizard Spellbook. You may cast any number of the copies without paying their mana cost. Woo boy! But you might want to pick something from your game to make it easier. We got a forest that says, before the Elf Queen will aid you, you must find a way to cure the strange rot afflicting the roots of the ancient trees. That's nice. I mean, I like this. And then we've got an emblem for Loth, the Spider Queen, for a token, but whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage by 1 or more creatures you control, that player lost less than 8 life this turn, they lose life equal to the difference. Man, I mean, I know I said I wanted to drizzt it, but I kind of want to Loth too. Because, I mean, imagine getting that emblem. That would be bad. Okay, let me see. Gotta look at my special promo. Let's see. Do I have to open it? Man, I have to open this to give y'all the freaking freak. You see what I'm doing? I wasn't going to open this. But, kinda can't not open it and give y'all the code. My computer, probably even if I got a new computer, wouldn't be able to run MTG Arena either. But unlock this. Use this code to unlock 6 Adventures in the Forgotten Realms boosters. in the arena. You're going to have to pause this because I'm not going to show it for long. So there you go. There's the code for arena. Yeah, there we go. It looks like, there you go. I'm going to keep the card in case if no one claims it. My full for this. Why did they just put 2021 with a star? They could have done something much cooler with the stamp. Usually they put the date too, the dates. But I guess they're like, well, with all this bad shit going on, no. It's Dancing Sword. It costs planes and 1. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. When equipped creature dies, you may have Dancing Sword become a 2/1 construct artifact creature with flying and ward 1. If you do, it isn't equipment. Well, I mean, that's kind of cool still. And it's equip of 1. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Which, like I said, I do have another pre-release kit right here. But my thoughts on this set so far is, I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like Magic the Gathering in general. But, you know, some of these I'm not so big on. I'd rather have some more variation in the die rolls, too. Like, I'd rather 1 be more horrible than, like, 1 through 10. It needs to be, like, 1 and then 2 through something. And, because 20 is usually really good. 1 should be really horrible, even though it might not be bad. And then go from there. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, that's a pre-release kit in 2021 when we're still kind of wary about COVID, or we better be, because not everyone's vaccinated. Neither am I. I want the Johnson & Johnson. I want it. Give it to me. I can't miss work. I'd rather just miss it once because I feel like shit. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. It says hello.